Hey Ahmed, it's Jessica Peterson from Peterson SEO. Thank you so much for speaking with me this morning and for giving me a call back and the phone tag. But thank you for speaking with me and accepting this free video. I'm super excited you did because I'm going to talk you through 3 strategies you can start applying right away, and it's going to make a huge difference for your business. And I know that it will because we've applied these same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys, and it's made a huge difference in their business. Now, right now, you guys have zero organic traffic coming to your website. So you're missing out on 60 to 70% of available jobs every month by not employing these strategies. Okay. So today we're going to talk about 3 main things. We're going to talk about your content keyword strategy, your citations, and then your backlinks. Okay. So here we are on your website. Your website is secure. You do have the basic foundation of a website, which is good. Now, Google doesn't rank websites based on appearance. It is based on content. So you do need a lot of content on your website. And that includes having a separate page for all of your major services. And it does look like you have a page for at least 4 services. So that is good. Now, Google wants this because they want one specific page dedicated to that service. Talking about all the information about that service is what your processes are, answering your customers' most commonly asked questions, and really focusing on the local keywords for those services. Now, the website's pretty confusing. I'm not sure what your actual service area is. Do you service all of Dallas and DFW area? Is it just Irving? On one of your other pages, it mentioned another city, and so it is really confusing. There's not really any information here of where you serve. Okay. But we do need to focus on local keywords because 90% of the time when people come to do a search, they're not going to know who you are yet. So they're not going to be searching by your brand name. They're going to be searching for the service they need. So we have to hyper focus on those local keywords, whether we're talking about the homepage or any of these service pages. And if you serve multiple areas, not just in Irving, but in Dallas, the DFW area, and other cities, you really need to have service area pages for each city so that you can be found in each area that you guys serve. Okay. Now, when it comes to content, this home page is the most important page of your entire website because it's supposed to tie everything together. So this home page does need to have a mini summary of each of the major services you have and focused around those local keywords. Okay. And people search differently. So whether it's water damage restoration Dallas, Dallas water damage repair Dallas, we want to utilize the different search terms that people use so we can get as much traffic to your website as possible. Okay. And so having the right content keyword strategy is absolutely going to be critical for you. And then the other thing is, when people do get here, you need them to be able to convert. And so we have to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page to find your phone number, and it's not even clickable. Okay. You need your people, when they land on here, to convert, so that you're driving those leads. So you want to have a form at the top of your page, and you want to have click to call phone numbers, and different CTA actions throughout every page of every website. So no matter where your customer lands, they can go to it quick and contact you. Okay, so that's really important. Now, Google is sending crawlers, which are mini robots, to your website, and it scans every single one of these pages, all of your images, and all of this written content to learn about who you are, what type of services do you offer, and where do you offer those services. So when your website doesn't have that written content, doesn't have any keyword focus, and doesn't talk about locations, Google is super confused. And if Google doesn't understand what you do and where you offer it, how can we expect them to send customers to your website, right? So those things are going to be really, really critical for you. And when competing against competition, we always have to do better. So we like to see 1,500 words or more on this page. And if your competition has more than 1,500 words, you really want to go for like 1,800 or even 2,000 words. So we're always doing better than our competition is. Now, your top water damage competitor in your area is SERVPRO. And yes, they're a franchise, but you're not competing against the franchise as a whole, only the local franchisees. And you actually do have an advantage over them. These guys are absolutely beatable. See, these guys here are not allowed to have their own websites. They get these generic pages that they're not allowed to really modify. And so you have an advantage over them because you can. So all you have to do is better. That means having more content than they have and better quality content, answering those customer questions, writing long form blogs, having more articles and more pages. All of those things are going to make it easy. I shouldn't say easy, but are going to allow you to be able to outrank these guys in your service area. Okay. Now we know when your customers do a search, they'll do a search similar to this. And when they do, we want your website to be showing up. And there's three main areas generally that might happen. So the first section is generally going to be ads. Those are cost per click ads and local service ads like this. And this can be really fruitful for you guys and beneficial if that's what you want to do. But you just want to make sure you have everything dialed in. Your process is dialed in and that you have the right type of landing pages for those ads. And you're not just sending them to the main website because otherwise they're not going to convert and it's just wasting your ad spend. Okay. Now these other sections here, this is where the bulk of search traffic goes. So this first section is the Google Business Profile here. And 30% of people come straight here to this map pack and don't go anywhere else. So when your business is not one of the three listed here, you're leaving money on the table and you're sending those customers to your competition. So in order to show up here in the top three, you do have to further optimize that profile and go out and get a bunch of citations, which are simply the listing the name of the business, the address, phone number, and website, and getting a bunch of directory listings like the Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Glassdoor, Angie's, and Houzz. And even all of the social media profiles are citations. So we just need to have more of those than our competition has. And that's going to give you a big boost and help you in ranking in those maps. And then this third section here is the most important section. This is called the organic section. And it's the most important because 60 to 70% of people will skip ads and the maps and they'll come right here. And so when your website's not listed here, you're leaving 60 to 70% of the available jobs every month on the table. So in order for your website to show up here, it all comes back down to the foundation of this website. Do you have the right content and the right keyword strategy? And then are you supporting that strategy with SEO backlinks? So this here is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to show us how your website is performing. We can see here your website as a whole has a rating of a 0.2 out of 100 in Google's trust flow, which means Google isn't trusting your website. And yes, it does have to do with the quality of your site, but also the power you're sending to the site. Now, your website is a tool, and like most tools, they require power. So we send power to your website by getting backlinks. So we need a lot of backlinks. We need more than our competition has. But it is important to understand that not all backlinks are good. This is a popularity contest. We only want the good quality do follow links that are closely related to your business and your services. So these are going to be coming from places like other home service business websites and vendors, etc. Okay, and so once you start getting those good quality links, this score is going to go way up, and it's going to help promote your website higher in the ranks, and it's going to help you to rank your keywords. Now, right now, your website has very little actual content and no keyword strategies. So you have 0 keywords indexed, and you're getting 0 traffic to your website. So you're missing out on tons of potential customers not having these strategies in place. When we look at SERVPRO here, this specific location has a rating of a 4.5. They're not doing any SEO, and it makes sense because they can't fix what's wrong. Okay, but because their website has so much power at a 76, this website is able to pass power to each of these franchisee locations. And because of this power, they are able to rank for keywords. So this one specific franchisee is getting over 1,300 people to their website every month. And that's because when we look at those keywords, we can see there's 10 spots per page on Google, and they're at the top of Google for all of these keywords. And these are the good money keywords, the buyer intent local keywords like water damage restoration Dallas. That search alone gets 600 searches per month. Water damage restoration Dallas, Texas gets 250 searches per month, okay? And so on. So there's over 1,000 searches per month just for water damage in Dallas. That doesn't include Irving or DFW or any of the other areas, okay? So it just shows you the tons of volume potential that you can have. Sorry about that. And again, SERVPRO is absolutely beatable, but you do need to apply these strategies. So please feel free to take these strategies, run with it, and apply it yourself. Start today and start helping more people tomorrow. But if you'd rather focus on what you do best and have a partner in this, at Peterson SEO, this is our specialty, and we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. So please feel free to reach out with any questions that you might have. You can reply to my email, give us a call, and we'd be happy to chat. And also, if you don't mind, I would really love to get your feedback on this video so I can continue to make them better. So thanks a lot for speaking with me today and your time today. I really appreciate it, Ahmed. And I look forward to hearing from you soon.